Welcome to State House Wrap. I'm Tim Robinson, Executive Director. May 31st was the scheduled end of regular session for 2019, but the legislature remained in session over the weekend to address major issues. Bills that pass both houses will now be sent to the governor for signature or veto. The legislature is expected to return in late November for 2 weeks of veto session. On Monday, the House passed a resolution that would be the first step toward ending the current flat income tax and implementing a graduated income tax. Voters in the November 2020 election will have the final say about whether or not it becomes law. Expect a vigorous public debate as the election heats up. In order for a constitutional amendment to be approved, it must receive yes votes from 60% of those voting on the measure or from a majority of all votes cast. The professional engineer and structural engineer licensure renewals passed the House unanimously Monday and were sent to the Senate for concurrence the following day. The Land Surveyor Act passed the House Tuesday unanimously and was similarly sent back to the Senate. All acts passed the Senate before the end of session and have been sent to the governor. On Friday, the state operating budget and capital bill were introduced. The $45 billion capital bill relies on a doubling of the state gas tax to 38 cents per gallon, increasing vehicle registration fees to $150, a $1 per pack tax hike on cigarettes and vaping, and revenue from sports betting and new casinos. The capital bill included $20 billion for transportation-related projects and $12 billion for vertical construction. We will provide a more detailed analysis of the capital bill in the coming days. The approved $40 billion state budget received a number of GOP votes after a deal was negotiated to allow tax credits. A new tax credit was implemented for data centers, a credit that allows manufacturers to make deductions for equipment purchases was restored, and the corporate franchise tax is set to be phased out. The General Assembly also passed a number of other large pieces of legislation, including abortion legislation, legalization of recreational cannabis, expansion of gambling, including sports contests, and authorization for 6 new casinos. IPLSA was able to stop several big pieces of legislation, which included a bill that would have required state contractors to download computer tracking software, and the Julie bill, which would have eliminated the long-standing surveyor's exemption from Julie requirements. For a complete list, click below. In other news, Jim Underwood, former CDB Executive Director, has been reappointed to that post. That's it for this episode of State House Rock. Thanks for watching.